I don't know why, but you were watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
Welcome to Based on a True Story, Volume 6, Tales of the Underworld, where true crime collides with the furry, funny, and fierce world of the Dust Bunny Mafia. This brand new 32-page comic reimagines real mafia legends, Mad Dog Cole, John Gotti, and more, through the eyes of our animal mobsters. Think The Godfather meets Looney Tunes, packed with action, humor, and full-color storytelling.
What up? I'm here today with my dude Chris, because this is his show. This is what he does. He shows off reviews and sometimes demos, tabletop games. And this is the one we're looking at today, Fortune and Glory. What's up, Chris?
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, it's all action.
But is the action fun?
Most of the time, yes, it is. Yes, it is. What is up, Bruce Q. Wayne, popping in over on Pilled right away.
Nice.
Yes, I just started streaming right now. We have other shows later today, Bruce. But yes, this is a Thursday show. We do it pretty much every Thursday, 11 a.m. We talk about different tabletop games. Well, Chris talks about them. I just hang out. I just look. I'm the comedic relief around here. Everybody else is the knowledge and expertise. I'm the like guy, you know. But yeah, we got Bruce over there on Pill checking us out. As always, we have a lurker or two on Rumble. It never fails that. I went and looked at our viewership over there, because I'm all the way up to 50 followers on Rumble, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I look and like some of our shows got 80, 90, 100 views. We're getting more views over there than we have followers. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Except the part that's not cool is you people that watch don't follow. You should follow us after you watch our shows, because they are weekly. They are consistent. We don't flake off too much. But when you got 31 shows, there's always going to be a snap of here or there, but we don't flake off. We try to keep our schedule solid, keep our fans happy. And, if you want to join into the conversation, you are more than welcome to drop comments in the chat. And in those cases where I can, I will highlight them.
We need to get you like a second, third, and fourth monitor just so you can have all the other shows up while you're doing these.
Well, see, I just have other windows up. I have the
quadrant
pilled one in the big in the background, and then I have StreamYard shrunk in front of it. Mm-hmm. But all the tabs, I can just click on a tab and see who's chatting what where.
Mm-hmm.
Just some of them you can't, we don't have the plugins yet, like Cosmos, to show the pilled chat, to show the Rumble chat, but we will. We'll get there. We'll get all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Talking to look, Cos, we just need our own streaming service. Our own. We stream. We don't pay StreamYard. We don't pay anybody else. We just make our own little studio that we broadcast out to all those platforms. Same platform we do now.
Like using OBS and oh God, what was the other? What was the audio software? I forget.
That's what I mean. I don't want to use somebody else's. Kaz is a genius. He should just make our own.
Mm-hmm.
Our own, and then we can platform other people. You see what I'm saying? Just like what we're doing right now, platforming other people, but we'd be able to do it without the cost of StreamYard.
Yeah.
Just a thought, guys. we could platform all them people on Pilled. They wouldn't have to fucking pay for StreamYard at all. They could pay us less. They could pay us less. Yeah. I think Kaz is starting to get worried because I'm always thinking, bro, he's like, that damn guy's going to put me back to work full time, damn it. What can I say? I'm an idea man, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got going on today, bro?
So, a couple of months ago, there was a game released for the Xbox. Now, I would have loved to have gotten it for the PlayStation, but it didn't come out for the PlayStation.
Of course not.
You might, not until spring, they said. So they are bringing it out. Now, it's a Bethesda game, but don't, I know recent Bethesda has been crap, but Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, I keep hearing nothing but good things about it. I almost bought an Xbox just to play it. I heard it's that good.
No, don't buy an Xbox.
No, I'm not gay. But it did get me in the mood for the pulp adventure stuff, right?
Right.
I actually downloaded Staff of Kings on PlayStation because they re-released that with an HD version. It's not that good. It's not. It just isn't. But for the board game side, while they do have an Indiana Jones game, it's not. It doesn't. That didn't feel like Indiana Jones. However, years ago, they came out with.
Holy crap!
I know, that's the Slaughterville box kind of a thing.
Jeez,
Fortune and
man, what?
Can't even get it all in. Yeah, Fortune and Glory is. They call it a cliffhanger game, and I'll explain what that means in a minute. But it is definitely all the 1930s, 40s pulp action adventure that you're looking for in one big box. Now, I am going to say, before we get all started and get all into this junk, this game is long. It's long. The range goes from 90 to 180 minutes. Okay, so this can be a 3-4 hour game. Now, which I'm used to with RPGs, so that kind of stuff don't bother me for nothing. Right? But if you're not someone that can sit down and game for a couple hours, or let it set up for a while, you may want to hold off. But I'm telling you, if you hold off on this game, you're going to regret it. This is something that I highly recommend. Even before we get into everything, you saw how I have that giant box, right?
Yeah.
Can you pop up the pics quick?
Hold on.
Take your time. You know where I'm at. I ain't going nowhere. They did come out with this. It is a revised edition of the game, and it is available. But I think it cuts like a third of the box off, it makes things smaller, more compact. I like the big coffin box, but yeah. So they do have a revised edition out there. You can get it on Amazon, or you can get it on Flying Frog's page. Is it expensive? Well, that all depends on what you determine to be expensive.
Yeah.
I did not mind paying I think it was $100 or when I got this one. The revised one right now, I'm looking at it right now on Amazon, is $79.90. But you get tons of minis, you get tons of cards, and giant maps. Now, I think the map might be smaller in the revised edition. That's how they got the box smaller, because this thing, I swear to God, it is a table hog. It's going to take up all of your space on the table. Not only with the map, but they have tons of decks of cards, but everything is built to that theme of pulp adventure, right? In fact, here's the back of the original box, and you get to fight Nazis, you get to go up against the mob all over the world. Yeah, 1 to 8 players, which I play solo.
All right, so I got to know: is it ivory and diamond smuggling in Africa?
You can. There are those kind of adventures in here where you can get random events, but for the most part, what this game is it's a race against time, where you are going against. If you play the competitive, you can play against each other, and you're racing to get artifacts, which that's not bad. That's fun. But I play it with the solo, and I play against Nazis, the mob. I even got the 2 expansions, which we'll talk about, which introduces a cult. And
nice.
Yeah, it's called the Cult of the Crimson Hand.
And they're red. Is that the MAGA cult?
I know, right? Yeah, you can see this thing takes from 90 to 180 minutes.
Is there a little popped character in red down there? I gotta know.
Could be. Could be, but this is pretty much everything in the box. One of the things they gave with their games, and I've never used it, was a soundtrack, a CD, and some people actually look for them. Mine is still sealed, but I just thought it was kind of
now.
Neat,
What kind of soundtrack is it? Is it a situational soundtrack that you play it if certain things happen in the game, or
I think it's just general 30s style adventure-y sounding music.
Okay.
Like I said, I've left it sealed. I've never opened it. You never need it for the game. Let's put it that way. But
see, I would want, if I was going to add something like that, it would be situational. There'd be a card, play track 3 of the CD. If you draw this card and do what it says to do, and then you have actual voices from the game, a little interlude, and then you need to go do this. You know what I mean? If you're going to get interactive with it.
Right. Now, your sole goal for this game, and you get fortune and glory, right, is you are trying to get a certain number of fortune. Usually it's 15. Whoops, get your butt back there. You can also get glory. Think of glory like the money you're going to spend in the game. Fortune are your victory points.
Keep track. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
One is currency and one is
your victories. Yeah. And you have to get, like I said, 15 or 20, depending on what number of players, either before the others, or if you're playing solo, before what they call the vile organization, like the Nazis, the mob, the cult. It is a lot in this game, as you can see. One thing I will say is a bad thing about it, one thing I did not like at all, is the cards. The cards are nice and thick, don't get me wrong, but they have this weird coating on them, okay? unless you sleeve them cards, it's just about impossible to shuffle them because they will stick together. Because I don't know if it's a wax coating or something they wanted to do just to make them extra shiny, but I hated it so much I instantly sleeved them.
Oh.
So yeah, that is a warning on it. It's because when you go to pick up a card and you accidentally pick up 2 or 3, and I swear to God, it would be 2, 3, 4 cards sometimes, and you peel them apart and they go.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that when
Yeah.
you know the little coating's stuck together.
Uh-huh.
And you're like taking them apart and you're praying they don't rip and tear off part of the face of the card. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why, let me get it. I have them all in deck boxes because I like to take care of things. But yeah, that's why you
Chris
must.
has this serious OCD, guys. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now, this entire stack are just the events. Okay. And you don't even get an event every turn. You only get an event if you roll a 1 on certain things, which I know I'm jumping ahead, but we'll get to that in a minute. But there's a lot to this game that you're not going to experience the same thing. There's so many different things you can do with this. Oh, these are just the items and gear. Yeah, there's just so much to it. But anyway, before I get too off track with the squirrel thing, not only did I get this one, but I also have the 2 expansions. Temple Treasure Hunters and Rise of the Crimson Hand. This is the one that brought the cult in.
Okay. You went and got the Indiana Jones version and the Magatic version. Okay.
Yeah. Now there
Magatic, yes.
There were supposed to be 2 other expansions that were coming out. Okay, Temple and Treasures and Lair of the Spider Queen were supposed to be coming out with this. I reached out to Jason. Jason Hill is the one that made the game. He's the guy at Flying Frog. And I said to him, well, why don't we have this yet? Because I pre-ordered it years ago. And he said, because of COVID, we haven't been able to get into film. Now, again, that's been a long time back. So, yeah. Know that you might only have those 2 expansions. Let's put it that way. But I still recommend it for what it is. Any questions before I go on?
No, basically, you pretty much covered it. It's the basis of where it's at,
Yeah.
Gameplay. We got to get into a little bit of the gameplay.
Right. I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that it is available. You can get those 2 expansions. That'll work with this. But these other 2 that you might see, I can't promise that they're coming out because I don't work for the company. Right. I'm waiting for them myself to add them to this box. So I'm hoping they come out. Really am, but I'm not too optimistic.
He's not holding his breath, as you can see.
Yeah. So with this game, you're going to set out, whether you're playing cooperative or competitive, the setup is basically the same. The only thing with co-op or solo is that you're going up against that vile organization we talked about. But you're going to pick one of the characters, and there's a lot of them, especially if you get the expansions. And each character is going to have special abilities. They'll have a starting city. And they're going to have these numbers right down here, which tell you how many dice you're going to roll. Okay. Which we'll get into when we talk about the tests. And you're going to have a number of wounds that you can take and a defense. Defenses, of course, is nice because whenever you get hit, you automatically subtract 1 from whatever their hits were.
Yeah, you got to have defense.
Yeah. You also have these tags, which they only matter for certain, like when the certain cards come up. So if you're a social person, you get +1 to whatever this check is, or minus something,
Right.
Like Jacques Moreau, the Tomb Raider.
The scoundrel. Oh, man, he don't get nothing, huh?
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah, the French scoundrel. The high combat, decent cunning and lore. Lore, think of lore like your research. Cunning is your sneaky bastards. Combat is punchy, kick, shoot. Agility, he can't do agility very well. But he has the ability to get gear and items for cheaper because of underground contacts and things like that.
Yeah.
So all in all, yeah, there's a lot of different characters. I know it only shows 4 here, but there's probably 12 or 15 different characters in the game.
What you're trying to say basically is there's some layers to this.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. And there's something for everybody, you know. Yeah. And once you pick your characters, you're going to shuffle all of these different decks that you see here, like the Allies deck, the Gear deck, the enemies, the Nazi enemies, city decks, event decks. God, what's it? Adventure and Artifact. Now, the Adventure and the Artifact deck are where the game pretty much shines, because that's what's going to determine how you're going to win, or how quickly you're going to. It's going to be your driving force behind it. And we'll get to all these other things in a second. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, just a close-up shot of the minis, and they don't look bad. I mean, they're a little soft on the details, but I mean, you can tell what they are.
There is a Pops. Look, trench coat, hat. There he is. Yeah, I told you.
Yeah, this is the original box. That's the one I have, but that's another setup. More setup. Where in the God's glorious good green earth did I put that picture? I know I have it. But it's one of those, why isn't it showing up? That is weird. Well, let's find one with it on there. That I know is around somewhere. But anyway, I'll just pull mine out then. That's what she said. Just give me a second. It's good to have the game on hand. Yeah. When I said there's a few characters, you know what I mean? There's a few.
Yeah.
But these adventure things, that's Nazi enemies. This one is more danger stuff. City events, villains. I told you there's a ton of cards in this game. Locations. Yep, locations. Sometimes you have to pick a random location. Honestly, that's pretty much what they're there for. It's just picking a random location. But slide the box back. Yeah, you're not even going to believe me when I show you this. This, I think, is one of the cooler things. Now, when you go to do the setup, okay, and let me close some of my windows so that I can see exactly what I'm showing you. When you go to do the setup, you set out 4 artifacts that you're looking for, things that are, you're trying to go out and find, right?
Right.
And you do it by mixing adventure cards and artifact cards, right? And you draw them at random. And there's quite a few of them. Yeah. So let's pick these two just off the top. So this would be, you're searching for the Valley of Death.
Nice.
Yeah. And it tells you, this is, if you complete it, that's how many of those fortune you get. And this tells you how difficult it's going to be. Real simple. In fact, let me just grab another one, because you have to set out 4 when you start the game. Ooh, the Mine of the Dark Void. Again, so this is worth 8 victory points, or 8 fortune, and it's only a 2 difficulty. It's really simple to get. And let's see. Some of them are locations, which where was that? This one is, and if you look, there's a little temple symbol right there.
Right.
Where's it at? So that means you have to go through an actual temple and try not to die. Some of them are items, like this one would be the dagger of. Ooh, there we go. The Dagger of the Dead. So it all sounds like an Indiana Jones title, right? Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones, and that's usually what it works out to be. And you set 4 of them out, and that's what you're trying to go out after. And that's honestly the main driving force behind the game are these things, like the Shroud of the Sacred Stone, right? And each time one is taken, here's the other thing. When you take one of these adventures, right? How we said they're worth those victory points.
Yeah.
You don't get those points right away, unless you're doing a temple. You only get the artifact, and if you don't make it back to a city in order to sell it, Well, the bad guys, or if you're playing competitive, the other players can actually steal it from you. So just because you got that artifact doesn't mean I can't come up, sneak up behind you, stab you in the back, and take it. So if you're into the competitive side, that's what happens. Yeah. Which I know a lot of people are, so that's cool.
You got to take out the other side.
Exactly. Take them out.
Take them out.
Yep. And that's really all there is to set up. You shuffle these cards, set out 4 different artifacts, and how do we know where to set them up? Well, then you draw a random location card, and the location is going to have a name of a city or a space on it, and that's where you put it. That's where you put little skulls to match where the cities are. That's really not that hard. Rounds are really, really simple, too. There's 4 different steps. One is the initiative phase, okay? And the initiative phase is useful for both the competitive and the cooperative. For competitive, obviously, the initiative says who goes first, right? But the competitive, or the cooperative, rather, also does initiative because no matter which one you do, if you roll a 1, you draw one of those event cards we were talking about. And event cards can be good. They can also be spawning enemies on your face, so you got to fight a mobster or a Nazi or something.
Yeah.
Then they have the move phase. Now, normally, brutal honesty, because that's the way I do things. Normally, I hate roll to move stuff, unless it's a racing game, because then it makes sense. Yeah. But in this one, you roll to move. But it also gives you the option of doing just a basic move where everybody gets 4 movement points. I always do the roll for this one because if you roll a 1 again, you get another event card.
Yeah.
So I like the option of possibly getting more events. But you will be able to travel using that move over this entire map. And I know I had that one, right? So let's say you start here in the city. You can use your move to travel to anywhere in the world. What else is nice is if you're in a city, you can pay 3 of the glory to fly. You charter a plane to one of the other cities. So I thought that was kind of cool. Or if you decide to walk, you can walk across. And each spot takes 1 move to walk through unless it tells you different. Like the Atlantic Ocean takes 3 moves to go through. But at that point, really just fly. And after everybody moves, then you do the adventure phase. And the adventure phase is where you're going to be drawing those cards, like event cards. And they're going to either give you something good or give you enemies to face, or they'll make you do tests and checks. Where is that? Where's the city one that I wanted to show you? We're going to talk about those in a minute. Did I miss something?
No.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we didn't miss nothing. But if you're on a space with an artifact, you can perform more. They call them dangers, based on how difficult the artifact is. Remember we said the one was worth a 2 difficulty? Well, that would mean you have to complete 2 of these danger cards in order to beat it. It's not complex once you start doing it.
Right.
Okay. And in order to do it, it tells you this is the test you have to perform. That's what you have to roll on the die, and that's how many successes you need. If it's a gray success, you can do it over multiple rounds. You don't have to get them all at once if it's gray. If they're red, they're dangerous, and you got to do them all at once. But if you win, you get this glory, and it counts towards beating the artifacts. However, if you fail, you get a cliffhanger. And the cliffhanger means you stop your turn, it ends, and you have to do this on your next turn. And there's all different kinds. Get back there. There it is. Like this one here, it's snowing, right? So in the snowing, you have to first fight your way through and figure out where you're at. If it said or, you could do either one, but since it says and, you got to do both. If you fail, you're trapped in a blizzard and you got to use a 6 or higher agility to get out. Now here's the kick.
Lori in the chat. We have Lori.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Sorry.
Yes. Oh, she is editing tomorrow's version or episode of Killer Karen.
Killer Karen.
Working backstage. Everybody's
Always working. Always working.
Dustin will be joining.
We were just talking about you.
Yeah. You got to get this guy on your show, Dustin. He's got all the game knowledge, all of it. It's all in that round head right there. All of it.
So let's say you decide to do that one we were showing earlier with the 2 danger. Okay. You can choose to complete all of the dangers in one round, or you can spread it out over multiple. But if you fail and you're doing it all in one, the whole thing fails. But if you split it up, then you get to, you save a success from the previous one, but then it takes you longer to complete it, which means the other people or the bad guys might get there first. So it's a balance that way. But overall, honestly, this is just a world-trotting adventure set in the 1930s and 40s, and it just makes you feel like you're hunting down treasures like Indiana Jones, right? It's just, or The Mummy, if you want to do Brendan Fraser, not the Tom Cruise one. I didn't hear anything good about that one.
And if you're into a different kind of treasure, poker card number 2 is we're almost to the level of getting the second poker card out of Path of the Pale Rider this time, and that would mean we have like 8 or 9 so far. We're getting there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to keep back in that book. Go back that book. I want my poker deck. I want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I might have to.
Yes, there you go. See, he's interested in your games, not necessarily the ones you're talking about of other people's.
Either way, I appreciate it.
About Slaughterville, Gone Hunting, Escargot, etc.
Yeah, it's coming out next month.
Yeah.
I'll have to get on and talk about that one too. But you remember how we said that your character has those stats, and that's how many dice you roll, right?
Right.
As with most games, especially these adventure style pseudo RPG kind of games, action adventure, you're going to have ways to get gear or allies that can increase those. So there's not a big worry there. And it's really easy. You go to a city, spend $5, and you take the top of the gear. So you get gear that way. It's one of those event cards we were talking about.
Is that a bomb headed for the temple? Was that?
That's a Zeppelin, Nazi Zeppelin.
Okay. It looks a little bomby.
I'm sure they did. But yeah, no, this one actually is dropping off Nazi soldiers onto 3 empty spaces. So
I was looking for the undercarriage where it carries everything, and I didn't see it.
Nope. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You don't see the.
It looks kind of like a bomb to me.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't want to fight them, you can fight the mob, or you can fight the Crimson Hand cult. But
don't mess with the mob, yo. Don't mess with the mob. They come get you when you ain't expecting it, horse head in your bed and shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's really all there is to it. So you got the initiative phase, roll your die, see who goes first, or if you get a 1. Move phase, roll your die to move, right? That's how many move points you get. Then you have the adventure phase, which is what we were talking about. You're going to get a city card if you're in a city, or you are going after one of these adventures and you're going to be drawing danger cards. And then finally, it's either the end phase, or if you're doing solo, you got to do the villain phase, which is when the villain cards go in the villain place. But other than that, it's really not that hard. You roll dice, hope to get 5s or 6s, 4 5s or 6 in a fight, or whatever the number is on the test, which we showed. That's it. That's really all there is to it. It's not complex, but I swear to God, this thing will suck you in for hours if you really get into it, and if you really enjoy the theme of the 1940s adventure Indiana Jonesy stuff, you're going to get drawn in like crazy, and it can eat up an entire day.
Yeah, there you go. Grab that link tree right there, Chris, so you can get a hold of.
I will.
He is in the madness, but just
Yeah.
grab that link tree.
I'm hitting copy quick. That's why I'm pausing for talking.
Yeah. Gotta have that stuff, man. Networking is key, guys.
All right, I set it over there. Okay.
It is the golden ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Networking is the golden ticket. I promise you.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this, and hopefully I can get enough people. This is something I would love out of today. Okay. You already know I like this game. That's a given.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to recommend if you don't mind longer games that are filled with adventure and if you like backstabbing, where can you get my games?
Yeah.
Geez, eBay. I have them on eBay. I have. You can just reach out to me and I'll make sure you get some.
Yeah.
I've got so many. I mean, we got RPGs, we got the novels, we got the graphic novels, we got the board games, we have Slaughterville, we have Gone Hunting.
Yeah. Dustin, you should join us.
Just jump on.
We play Slaughterville live next.
I'm going to hit stop, present, share.
Yeah. You should join us when we play Slaughterville next, bro.
Now, again, please keep in mind that any of these sites that I show, we are not sponsored by, as far as I know. Although I would not turn it down. But you can still, even though it says out of stock here, it just has I wanted to show because it had, these are the 2 expansions that were supposed to come out. Yeah, now its release date is 2025. It's been saying that since like 2019. All right. I would love it if people would go and tell them we want these things. Because that's Lair of the Spider Queen and it was Temple and Treasures that have been pre-ordered for a long time. And I'd really like to get those. But they do still have, even though they don't have it in stock here, they do have it on Amazon and other places where you can get. Sorry, I catch up on the chat a bit as we're going. But yeah, they have them on Amazon and other places where you can easily get the game. You can get the revised version, which is the smaller box, which I'm sure has the same content. It's just in a smaller box. Yeah, here's that. Let's see what this CD says. Where are you tonight?
Chris, I was going to say, after we cover this Fortune and Glory, we will spend a few minutes on Chris's stuff, so you'll get the links and stuff to go see.
Okay.
All right. Because if people are showing interest, I ain't going to blow them off. You know what I mean? I'd rather show your game than Fortune and Glory. I'm not lying.
Yeah. But no, either way, I'm going to say grab it. Make sure you get it. If you like the adventure style games. If you're not into adventure narrative style games, then this is not going to be for you no matter what I tell you. But I just want to give the honest opinion, and that's just all I do. If I hated it, I'd tell you I hate it, but I don't. I like
it. And one of the things that's fun is sometimes when we're doing demos, we will discover things about the game that could be better.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And it's like, let's say this part of this game could be better. They could improve this right here. And you know what I mean? It's like we've even done that with Chris's own games where we played them and went, hey, man, we need to change this.
Which is nice because I can.
Home base in the Gone Hunting game. Remember, it's like we thought of things to make better right away. Mm-hmm. It's like playing the game does a thing. Yes, we're gonna watch Abigail tonight, Ghost Pepper, on the Madness movie night watch party. Abigail at 7:00 on Pill. Yo.
Abigail was fun.
Was it a good movie?
I thought it was neat. Yeah.
Cool. I've never seen it. I don't know nothing about it. See, the whole thing is that's what me. You know me. I don't watch movie trailers. It wasn't until I started doing the movie club with Brian that I was even watching one movie a week. You know what I mean? I don't have time. Sometimes it takes me 5, 6, 7 hours to watch an hour and a half movie because I get messages. I go back to work. I don't put people off till the movie's over. You know what I mean? It's like, this is my business and this is what I do. And so all the fun stuff sometimes takes a long time. It took me 25 hours to watch the Royal Rumble, Chris.
Really?
trying to watch it before I saw any spoilers online. And it still took me 25 hours because of all the stuff I got going on. It's crazy.
So I have something shared quick. Okay. Which is relevant to what we were talking about. Because we were talking before about when we go back through and we check out games and we see ways we can improve them. This is one of the first games where I wanted to love this so much because I like Valiant. Okay. Rye, EXO, all of them. Okay. I played this game and I'm pretty sure that this game is proof that Jesus died in vain. And yeah, it was so bad. Oh yeah, you're not gonna love this one, buddy. No, this one I tore up the rule book on a stream while I was reviewing it. I'm like, this game is so terrible. I tore up the rule book through it, and I made a vow that I would make this game better. And I kept having people ask me, "Did you do it? Did you do it?" And a few months later, I'm like, "Yeah, here you go." So I put out my own rules for it, and I actually made the game, not suck.
And yeah, we do have another show right after the movie, the watch party. We go right into Creative Chaos, the Flip City Magazine show. If you guys aren't familiar with that, Thursday night's kind of busy.
Yeah,
kind of like one show, boom, 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 boom. It's like so. Yeah, enjoy tonight, yo.
Yeah, it is a busy day.
I don't know who their guest is, though. Nobody sent me a thumbnail. I'm just saying.
But yeah,
who's the guest tonight, Bruce? Bruce gonna be like, I don't know.
But yeah, that Valiant deck building game, man, the only thing I liked about it was the minis. I turned it into an adventure game because honestly, the deck building part made no sense. It was so convoluted and horrifyingly bad that I just rebuilt the whole thing from scratch.
So now you have a Valiant adventure game?
Yeah.
Oh, we got to play that, dude. Are there secret cards or can it be played live?
No, it's played live. It can probably be
too. Dude, we got to play that.
But yeah.
And
speaking of things we got to play,
this is the real deal. That right there, the Doctor is in. We played that game live on the network. You can find it in Madness Gaming with Chris Brown playlist.
This is the introduction of Dante and Karen.
Yes.
And then they came back inside New Neighbors, where they had to fight the body snatchers. I don't even think
we ever got a chance to leave.
No, you're still in town. You're still in.
Yeah.
And then this is going to be the next one. And then I have 2 more adventures in here.
Yes. Now, I proofread everything except the Moonlit Night because we haven't played that yet, and I didn't want to.
Don't spoil it. Yep.
I didn't want to have a GM's viewpoint of the game before I played the game as a player, right?
Well, like we were saying, even with there it is. The Doctor is in. This one is not available yet for anybody. This was just us to test it and play it. It's going to be in the next campaign. But this one, we went so off the story because of antics. It still got to the conclusion in the end, right? You still had the asylum, but it went so different than what I would expect. But that's the nice thing about RPGs is you can set up the world and people can play around and do whatever the hell they want. I don't care. We
when you have a Karen in the game, things are bound to go crazy.
That woman spent so much time hunting for the manager of the frickin' asylum. And then when we found him and he wanted to give the how do we want to say it? Lift enhancements.
Yes.
She tried to dive out through the window that was too skinny, and then they had to force through the
Dude, I had to push that fat ass out the window. Just
pompous posterior.
Dante had to push that fat ass out the window. Just saying. Yeah. Burnt the place down. They're trying to find her. She's a criminal right now.
It was great.
Well, she's not a criminal. She's a suspect.
Yeah.
Fire, right?
I know. It was. I didn't think you were gonna, but nope. Dante
Talk
and
about
Karen.
this is where the luck of the dice really it comes down to that. Because had I not rolled like some just beautiful rolls right at the end, we'd have probably died in the room with the small window with her legs hanging out.
Yep. All Winnie the Pooh and stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
But no, then she got to come back into town to her aunt's bed and breakfast, and then somebody pooped in a pool, and then all good times.
It's a baby Ruth, bro. It's a baby Ruth, I promise.
So for next time, next game, I think I have a couple that I want to do, so don't quote me on this, but the wife wanted this game. Okay, she's a big romance novel kind of a person.
Okay.
And one of her favorite is Jane Austen. Who is that? I don't know. I have no idea. But I had to get her this game. Jane Austen's Matchmaker.
Matchmakers.
Yep. So when I tell you I have a wide collection of games, you don't know. But,
he's a big old softy. Look at him.
Yep.
Bruce Q. Wayne Unpilled. Who is your guest tonight on Creative Chaos? Who? Oh, Lord. Matchmaker? Yeah.
Yeah. So this would be a good Valentine's Day one to review for next week.
That'd be funny.
That's what I thought, too. I thought it'd be a kick out of it.
There you go.
Yep. Yeah, she tried. She tries to burn down. Man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised the bed and breakfast survived our last visit.
It did, even though the aunt didn't. she did not make it. So overall, it was a good thing. But yeah, we have Gone Hunting.
Oh, okay.
We have Slaughterville 2, 3. In fact, okay, I'm going to make this announcement right here. This is the first I've ever said.
Uh-oh.
Tough guys don't look at it. Oh, yeah. Nice. But this is the first I'm going to mention it here. I am about to... There's one of my games that people have been screaming for, and that's that director's cut. I hate asking you, Pop. Do you have that director's cut on hand?
Not like right here handy. No, it's
okay.
It's,
believe me, it's like
everything's in a box in case something happens.
Yeah, it's what? Honest to God, it's what, like 20-something pounds?
Dude, all this stuff. Dude sent me a box full of boxes.
Yeah.
He sent me a big ass box of stuff, and it's like, man, I'll bet there's still stuff I haven't looked at yet.
So the Slaughterville director's cut is about the size of this Fortune and Glory box. And it is one of the games that people have been begging and asking me to get a reprint of for a long time. I might have 300 copies coming in for sale within the next couple of weeks, because I'm trying to do. But if I do, I'm going to throw a quick reprint Kickstarter up and make sure that people can get this thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just been, because it comes with a neoprene mat. It comes with all the cards from Slaughterville 1 redone. When I say it's the director's cut, it's because I went through the first game, which I don't even have a copy of the first game myself. I have the director's cut. And I redid every single villain. Like, we had the slasher in the original.
Yeah.
Well, in the director's cut, now she's deadlier. She's actually out stalking and coming after you. The zombie horde, it was just basically put tokens on the location. Now, you still do that, right? But there's a shuffleboard thing where you can flick a bullet. It's the bullet disc. It's just a disc. And wherever it lands on the shuffleboard thing, that's how many zombies you're killing. And yeah, it's these things have been, I think there's 12 or something different villains, 8 or 9 locations in there. It's a giant box, 20 pounds worth of Slaughterville stuff coming soon. And it's the first I'm telling anybody.
There you go.
Except the wife. That's a lie. I told the wife first. But
go to the playlist, Madness Gaming with Chris Brown. Go watch us play Slaughterville live. Go figure out where Dante and Karen come from. Because if you tune into that show and you're like, what the fuck is Pops doing?
Exactly.
Go watch the Slaughterville stuff and you'll understand where Dante came from, where Karen came from. What all this is wrapped around is Slaughterville. Okay.
If you like B-movie horror,
all of
this is the game you want. It's a guarantee. In fact, I'm going to, and I know it's somebody else.
Christy's hubby Scotty, who is like the creative executive producer of Flip City Magazine, is going to be her guest. So
now I know this is not a Madness channel as far as what I'm about to share, but these guys are good friends of mine, and they did a review of the director's cut. So I'm going to send that one out if anybody wants to know what it's about. These guys are good people. But I've had, I forgot this guy did a review. There's tons of reviews. There's tons of videos out on Slaughterville. There's one channel that plays it every year, guaranteed every year on Halloween. He does a whole series of like 5 or 6 videos of it. So I mean, it's
not sharing any of my stuff. It only shared to your stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
it's so
weird. Being a dong. Put it in the private chat. Yeah,
I did. Yep.
Now I'll make sure it's everywhere else because that's who.
Like I said, these guys are good friends and they're good people, and that's why I'm sharing them. Usually I try not to do too much outside of it, but for them I will.
Hey, review. Look, I admire people who can do review shows, do them well, and not catch like a massive amount of flack for whatever they say. Some people have a gift for reviewing, and some people do not. Oh hell! Look at this.
So here's the Slaughterville novel. This is the custom cover done by one Miss Lori that's around here. She is going to be doing the book 2's custom cover as well, and I'm going to launch the book 2 in May. I think May. We're going to do that one, and then because March is going to be Escargot, which is a snail racing game where you're trying to deliver packages, and then we're going to do Slaughterville book 2, which is the slasher, and then we'll have book 3, which is the Cannibal Rednecks. We also have
an idea for Escargot. You could name some of them snails after some of these people that don't know how to get a book out in 2 years.
I know. I'm not going to say I've mentioned stuff, but yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We can quietly name some of them.
And then if you're into, I know you said you were into deck builder games, right? If you're into deck building, Gods of Metal.
Yes, this game's fun as hell, dude. We played this also. You'll see it in Madness Gaming with Chris Brown. We played this game live.
Yeah.
It can be played live. It's fun to play live. Yeah. Gone Hunting can be played live. It's fun to play live. Slaughterville can be played live. It's fun to be. Look, Chris gets it. He doesn't. It's not always you're going to get people sitting around your table.
Mm-hmm.
If you can make the game so that somebody can set an overhead camera up and you can play the games live, it's just John's Long Box. What is up, John, popping in? He also knows about this.
I told you. I told you. I don't want. But no, if you like heavy metal and you like deck building game, because this game is all about Gods of Metal anyway. It's all about you creating the greatest heavy metal band in history. And
yes, Chris Kale.
And taking on the forces of darkness and evil before they're able to destroy all of reality. So you got to beat their demons. You got to beat the overlords before they beat you. But he actually said it was. Oh, Flying Frog is great. I have Touch of Evil, and I have Fortune and Glory, and I have Touch of Evil Dark Gothic, which is their deck building game. always like them. But yeah, when he
Yeah,
says
John does some game demos too on his channel.
okay, we'll have to get with him too.
It's called, I think his show's called My Hand Solo.
Nice. See, I love solo games. That's why all of my so far all of them are solo games, solo compatible.
You say he loves all their games, man. All of them.
Yeah. I don't think I played what the heck was the Alien one called? Last Night on Earth is their zombie one. I can picture the cover with the Martian ship for the Alien one. I cannot think of it for the life of me now.
There you go. There you go. Look,
yeah, that's what I do.
John,
I do this for a living.
Chris has
Conquest, yes.
4 or 5 different games of his own that you can check out and review. That would be cool as hell, man. Yeah, Chris, you gotta send him a copy of Gone Hunting.
Yep.
The metal game's called Gods of
Metal. Yep, and it's up on my eBay store, or if you want, you can get a hold of me and we can get you one.
And this one, Chris Kale from Five Finger Death Punch actually endorsed.
He said
he let him make a card with him on it. He loved the idea. Cool dude. Look, man. Yeah.
This is the one game of mine that I can't get reprinted because I made this for another company, but it's a choose your own adventure RPG style game where it's solo only, and you work through the book, and it's your job as somebody in the settlement. It's now your job to go out to get supplies. Final Girl.
We just covered that 2 weeks ago. I think we covered Final Girl. Yeah, there it is.
Yep. See?
All right, John's going to play that tonight, and that will be random stuff from John's Long Box on Saturday.
Lord.
We'll play that for you guys. So, you know, if you don't catch John's Long Box tonight because you're doing Creative Chaos or Madness movie night, we will still make sure you see that episode. We will replay that one on Saturday. So, yeah.
I just got 3 new 2 new villains and the Ghost Rider hero for Marvel United. So,
see, look, we're helping you guys sell books, or I mean games. That's the only reason we're here is to help people sell stuff, guys.
I want to make sure you get something you like, and if it's no good like that Valiant game, I will tell you it is no good. Trust me.
John's got everything.
Did you get? So you got the toddler-sized Galactus, and no, that was Marvel Zombies. That's right.
He also has all the DC United. Yes.
I need to get DC United. Yeah, I don't have that.
You guys, you two are the 2 most knowledgeable game people I know as far as tabletop games and stuff like that. Yeah, man, you guys should do a show together. You guys should do a show together.
Did you get any? I don't think we talked about the Masters of the Universe board game yet. Clash for Eternia. I have that one up there. We can do. I know we did.
I want you two to do a show on the Madness together. That you can still put on your own channels too, but I want you guys to do a Madness show because you guys know so much, and it's like, why not put that all in one package?
Yeah, I wanted to get Death May Die. I just haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. I do like the idea of the giant Godzilla miniature in the season 3 that they have out, but
Death May Die is good. See?
Yeah. It's on my list of ones to get for sure. It's just I don't have it. That's the only I just don't have it yet, but I will. I have Sandy Peterson's Cthulhu Wars. I got that because my kid wanted to play with. It's a neat little worker placement style game. I say little, but the damn boxes are 1,000 pounds. Freak for the sea monster.
Drop the link for your channel, John. Drop the link for your channel, bro. Because you do too many shows for me to show them all on the Madness. I can only pick one a week. So let everybody know about all your other shit. Drop your links, bro.
Yeah, Simon does really good minis. See, I would like to have got. I didn't get the cats or anything for Cthulhu Wars. People are going to think I'm weird, but yeah. But no, I got a Zombie Side Second Edition. I have the Marvel Zombies sitting down here. I did not get Deceased from. I think it was Deceased they did. Mm-hmm. Oh, Dustin, the DC deck building game you need to get is Rebirth. Rebirth. See, with the other deck building games, even Legendary Marvel and all, they were fine, but they never felt so much like you were working together as a superhero team. DC Rebirth, the deck building game by Cryptozoic, that's the one that feels like you are a part of a team. You're a part of the superhero team. Plus, it's kind of legacy where you're actually working through envelopes and unlocking new things as you go. So that's kind of pretty cool if you're into that. But anyway, I will ramble for days on this, but it's 12:03 and I got to get back to the kids because they had off school today. So, yeah, we got to cut her short. Well, not short, but you know what I mean. Oh. Like I said, I could talk about it all day.
Yeah. John, Chris, you guys, I really would like for you guys to collaborate a little bit. Maybe bring me a bi-monthly show. Twice a week, you guys come out and
if you want to
actually play something or something, because John's got the setup and he's got the games too, Chris. And you could go out and play, some of these games, because Chris and I have played a lot of games that, as long as it doesn't involve holding secret cards, you can play them live. You just lay out the table,
Yeah.
I'd really like to play Gone Hunting again. Get John a copy of that.
Yeah.
Let him set it up. Well, I know you have a copy, but your setup isn't quite ready yet.
No, I think I need it. Honestly,
John's got the setup. We could play that game again. I'd love to play that game again.
I'd pull Masters down, but it's up there on the top shelf, and I'd have to stand up, and you don't want to see my junk.
But yeah, I mean, between you guys, man, you got so much knowledge. Dude, I really think it would be great if you guys did a show together. And if you decide to, I want it on the Madness.
Sounds good.
There you go. You're both on Facebook.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, you can find each other. Chris is also Laughing Rogue PA on Twitter.
Yep.
Yeah, Laughing Rogue PA. And if you get a hold of him and you're interested in those games, Gods of Metal, all that, he's got all that. He'll hook you up, man.
It's all sitting here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think which ones we've done that we've already done. But yeah, I got to show that one off too, and I got to show that one and that one. We did Fallout already. We did that. Okay, I got my list. I'm good.
And Dustin said he is still interested in that Masters of the Universe game you were talking about, even though John's too old.
Yeah, it's sitting up there. We'll get it. We'll pull it down and we'll do that one week too.
It's fun. I understand, John, because look, that's all the stuff I was buying for my son when he was little.
It's a Simon game too.
He-Man, Battle Cat, that was all stuff my son was into when he was little. I was more into the Turtles and tried to get him to be into the Turtles as far as kid stuff went. It's like I was trying to direct him in that way. But yeah, man, all that stuff that he was into, Naruto, all that stuff I'm not into none of that.
I didn't play Western Legends, but only because I had the game Spurs, which was another open world Western game. What is it? Mr. B Games, I think, did Spurs. The same ones that did Thunder Rolls, the NASCAR game. But no, it
was fun.
I wanted to try. Yeah, the NASCAR one was pretty fun. I liked it anyway. Yeah. But yeah, Western Legends is on my list of things to try. My main thing is I have to have a solo component to it because, well, I can't really get many people here to play usually. So I just play mostly solo stuff.
And this is what I'm talking about. See, it's like we have an online group of people that like to play this stuff. If we got the person to set the game up, the rest of us can sit around the table. That's really easy, right? You know,
there are things. They're going to correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, good. I'll have to get Western Legends then.
You said it's an upgrade.
Yeah. Plus, it says you can play it solo. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'll have to get that one then. But Tabletopia, something like that it's called. But it actually has the games on there in digital format, and you can play them that way. In fact, I had people asking me. They said, "Can we please make a Slaughterville?" I think Slaughterville's on Steam, as a matter of fact. Because people asked me if they could make it, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I don't care. Go ahead." So it's on these platforms. I don't get anything for it because I don't care. I'm just glad people are playing it.
Start caring because it's good
dude,
shit, man. It's good.
You know how I am.
Man, look, Slaughterville, like I said, you go watch the playlist with, just go into Madness and type Slaughterville in the search. It should show you all the episodes that we played. Okay, and it was fun. The game is fun. The RPG version. Okay, then you go to the tabletop version. The game is fun. It's like this. Then you go read the graphic novels, and you're like, these are cool. And then you got the novels that you can read. Look, there's lore. There's deep lore. There's past. There's history. Everything is in Slaughterville that you can get in pretty much any other game, guys.
But we were talking about being able to play online. This will let you play these games online. Like, we can play together, and you can draw your own cards. You can do everything you need to do. So I think this might be an option for us if we're going to be playing online when we can't, like Stone Age. You can't play that over the internet. Like if we were doing it a top-down camera thing. So this would actually help with what I think we're trying to do. Role players are pretty fun. I like that. Hero Realms is pretty decent. So yeah, I think you get quite a few good ones out of this, and if you're willing to do it, I am.
So those are basically tabletop games that somebody laid out at the app so you can play them.
Right. The company that owns the games made digital versions, and you're able to play those digital versions on here.
Dude.
So that's why I think we can get into that, and I think we can try it.
Well, yeah.
What's the worst that'll happen, right?
No, I'm down. That makes it, like you said, man. It's like this is what we're talking about. It's like we can demo some of these games, that people are interested in. Come out here and show them off. You know?
You can play online. But no, I think you and I already took a look at this game here, Adrenaline.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. And so now with this, we can just play online. Right?
Now the question is, can you invite players to so that you get the people you want playing, or is it like just anybody's going to jump in and play? Or
I haven't used this service. Yeah, Adrenaline is great if you love FPS games, first person shooter stuff. Yeah, I love it. I have it up here on the shelf. As far as this goes, I can't say with 100% certainty. Give me time to look through it, but I will get a subscription to it, and I think this is something we can do. Oh my God.
Oh, John, thanks, bro. I needed that.
They always leaves you to find the solo thing on your own. I'm like, you motherfucker.
The things I cannot say myself that my chat comes through with, baby.
Yep.
I can go on John's show and say that. I just can't say it.
So yeah, we'll set it up. I'll get a subscription for Tabletopia, whatever the heck it's called, and we'll try it out, and we'll set up a couple of games, and we'll see what we can play. Sound good?
Yeah, definitely. And
right.
John, I just want you to know, if you hadn't heard already, top notch on the Patriarch. Good stuff. Good stuff. I liked it. It brought me back. It was old school. It had the old school feel of a, superhero comic book. And that's all I ever really want is just that same escapism that I got, that same wonder that I got when I was young, when I read comics.
Mm-hmm.
Every panel don't have to be a masterpiece, even though this is really well done, it's just it's a comic book. People have fun with them, enjoy them. No, John's book was really good. I enjoyed it, so y'all go check that one out too. Just because I don't know if it's still up on Fund My Comic or not. If you missed out until the next one comes out, oh well. I got mine. All right, Chris, tell them where they can find you. I'll let you get back to kids and stuff.
Yeah, again, we're on the Laughing Rogue PA. That's usually where I'm at there, or Laughing Rogue on Facebook, YouTube, that kind of stuff. Like I said, if you want a copy of the games, get a hold of me, or go to eBay, look me up there, and I think I'm Maverick444 on eBay. But
don't give eBay no money. Just get a hold of Chris.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Just get a hold of Chris. Let him put, give him some money. He'll ship you a fucking box. Fuck eBay.
Yeah, I can.
Sorry, Chris. I just hate it.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving the options.
Yes. Heroic Tales. See, I don't even think of it as Heroic Tales. I think of it as the Patriarch, bro. I'm sorry. That's just, you know what I mean? It's like Superman. It's like the guy. It's not like a group of stories. Until you have a group of stories, then I'll be able to relate it to Heroic Tales. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right now, it's like the dude. That's how it goes in here, man. The Patriarch. It's a Dante thing. I'll blame it on Dante. There you go, man. There's the link, bro. Everybody have fun. Look, we will get you some Slaughterville.
Yeah.
We are going to get this together. Lori's in the middle of a campaign. Chris is always in the middle of a campaign. It's never easy to get everybody in one place at one time. But we have hope for this time slot right here. We have hope for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully this one Lori can get to is before kids' lunches and, if they're actually home. And you know what I mean. It's like, hopefully we can pull something off in the 10 to 12 time slot on Thursdays, right? Eastern, 10 to 12, something like
somewhere around there.
Yeah. So everybody who's like Dustin, you want to play Slaughterville, the RPG? You get to hang out with Dante and Karen, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get to hang out with anybody wants to hang out with Dante and Karen, not do a show with them where Karen's insulting you. Actually run around the game with Karen and see how crazy she can be. There you go, dude. Yeah, Dustin, look.
We got all kinds of stuff.
Just try to put Thursdays 10 a.m. to 12. Just try to put a lock on that. We'll get this thing fired up real soon, man. Slaughterville, the Beast Within, the Moonlit Night.
The Moonlit Night, which is the Beast Within. It's the werewolf one. Yep.
Yeah.
You'll find that out real quickly.
Terry,
it is going to be
werewolves.
Oh my god. See, this thing starts off with, and it's not a spoiler, but it starts off with the PCs, in this case Dante and Karen, in the middle of a forest around a campfire because she decided to go camping one night, and I don't know how they're going to get there, those two, but I can only imagine the conversation starter around a campfire with those two. It's just,
dude, Dante's got stories, bro.
He's got something burning.
Stories from
you ever see
lodges with the Navajo and all kinds of stuff, bro.
Did you ever ever see History of the World Part 1? Mel Brooks?
I'll
No?
tell. Look, Dante's going to tell all the stories Pops can't tell.
Did you ever see History of the World Part 1?
Yes.
Mel Brooks, when they were on the chariot and they're like, make the smoke thing, and they had the giant blunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I can picture Dante bringing that to the campfire.
Levi,
I think it's official.
You'd have to get up early, Levi, but I'd love if you joined us and created a character in Slaughterville too. Dustin, join us, create a character in Slaughterville. Look, Dante and
It
Karen,
doesn't take long.
Dante and Karen kind of took on a life of their own.
Mm-hmm.
Lou drew pictures of them. It's like we based the show on them.
There's cards in the game, in the board game now.
Yeah, I mean, they took on a life of their own. So create characters in Slaughterville with us, man, and we could be the next Dragonlance or something. Or, remember how they did Dragonlance? They all played the game, and that's where all those books came from, was a bunch of people playing the game.
Yeah. Heck, that's how a lot of things come about anymore.
Yeah.
All in all, good times.
We don't have fun. What does nope mean? What does nope mean? You don't want to play Slaughterville, bro? You don't want to play Slaughterville, bro?
I think he's afraid of Karen.
Where you get to create a character and come out and be somebody else for a minute?
I think he's afraid of Karen.
That's true escapism, bro.
Yeah.
RPGs are true escapism. You get to create the character. You get to create the character that's inside you that wants to come out. It's not a movie. It's not a movie.
I think he meant the History of the World Part 1.
Oh.
But no.
No.
And I gotta. There's so many. Like, I look up here and there's so many I want to talk about, but it's like, no, I'll save it for a review thing. I'll save it for a thing, and then so I can't talk about them. So
you can do a little preview short. Get down 4 or 5 of them and go, for the next month over the Madness Gaming Tabletop Review Show, I'm gonna be doing this one and this one and this one and this one, and then send it to me, and then I'll play it.
All right. I'm really thinking about Matchmaker for next week because of Valentine's Day.
Yeah, okay. I'm good with that. I think we might even have a launch party on Valentine's Day. Somebody had the brass to assume that I don't have anything to do on Valentine's Day and that I can do their launch party.
You mother.
And I'm like, yeah, all right. You got a lot of brass saying that, but okay. I can probably squeeze you into my busy schedule with all my girls.
Pimping ain't easy.
All right, Chris.
All right, yeah, I will catch you in a while. I appreciate you all coming out, hanging out, and
yeah, go check out Laughing Rogue PA on X. You can hook up with him there. Get everything you want. He's got a lot of games. Like I said, he's got games of his own. We come out here and we talk about other people's stuff, but his stuff is just as good, if not better, than most everything else I've played anywhere else. So.
And yeah, hit me up. We'll set up a time. We'll come on. We'll make stuff, and we'll talk about games and stuff, and it'll be a good time. I hope so. I think so anyway.
Yeah. John,
I know I'm a vegetable,
you
but
guys talk for sure. Right? Peace, everybody. Don't forget tonight.
All right.
Tonight, Madness movie watch party with Abigail. Watch Abigail tonight over on Pilled, exclusively on Pilled. And then you got the Creative Chaos.
Thanks, Levi.
Creative Chaos show with, Christy from Flip City. Right?
Yeah.
All right, people. Talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Oh, Ask Chuck Dixon replay, 2:00 right here. That one too. Don't miss that either because it was a good show. Later.
See ya.
It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City the Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
In the heart of a major city, in a place raised to honor Earth's past protectors, the world will again learn, sometimes, superpowered intrigue doesn't stop at the grave. Galaxy Memorial Park, Volume 1, beginning crowdfunding Memorial Day 2025.
Tube and feel the vibe. Every show you crave right here live. Heroes and villains clash in the night. Madness Comic Network sets it right. Scroll through the list, find what you need. Epic battles and fast-paced speed. From capes to cosmic space delight. Tune in and watch your favorites ignite. On Facebook, share the thrill so grand. On X, the buzz across the land. Madness Comic Network all around. In every episode, joy is found. Uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe. Catch the wave and ride the tide. Join the fun, join the craze. Madness Comic brightens days. Oh! New uploads, they never end. Superheroes and their friends. Catch every twist and every turn. Madness Comic, you will yearn. Stay up to date with every twist. Madness Comic, don't miss a gist. From laughter to tears, every mood. Madness Comic sets the groove. Click that button and subscribe.